G'day, my name's Canafoto. Welcome back to Settlement Survival. Series that has been on hiatus for a couple of weeks because I've been trying to figure out what to do with it. So, here is what we've got. See if I can't figure out. Oh, that's a bit much. So let's bring it down. Oh, and the ship has sailed. Took too long. Doesn't matter. Alright, I mean, we do need it. We need clothes more than we need anything else. We've been working on, so far, upgrading our fields to the final level. We've been going a little bit nuts with our farming. We finally got the full plantation line. We're going to work on probably, I want to say the pastures next. Just going to get this entire agriculture tech tree basically researched. We've also been working on our mining, so we've got some deeper mines and some deeper quarries. In addition to that, I believe we've covered the forges. I still haven't figured out a really good way of, like, an efficient way of doing it, because it's kind of all just clumped in here. I'm thinking that maybe some of the logistics stuff might make it a little bit better. We've been struggling a little bit with our fertility rate, and that's because we have a lot of population, and the happiness is not exactly doing so crash hot. So I'm thinking that at some point we might need to get the police station and some house upgrades. So the next 3 points will go into these ones. We've got the theatre, some house upgrades, and the police station. We do have obviously the bathhouse, which means that all of our citizens are quite healthy, which means that they are they're a bit more efficient with their stamina consumption. Currently sitting around the 60% to 80% mark for happiness in term, so that's no effect. Although I would like it better than 80. So I think the theatre will help with that, because it will obviously provide some bonuses. We also, for some reason, the crops are going really big. I don't know what that's about. I assumed it was as a result of the plantations, but I'm thinking maybe the fertilizer is doing well. So they're getting bigger, I assume. I don't know. But yeah, so the plantations, some of them we've been upgrading. So the full upgrades of hose and scarecrows. Still waiting on some tools to be finished so that we can finish upgrading a lot of this. We did have a bit of an issue with some of the tools until we got our mine done. So that's now completely, like, maxed out in terms of people in there. But it doesn't have a lot of iron left, so we'll be looking to get some of this done. Lamp oil is definitely something that we'll be needing to work on. I believe I've got 4 of those buildings already. I'm not entirely certain where they've disappeared to. I think they might be up here. Here we are. So we'll just focus on the first one. We'll max it out. We'll process the fat into lamp oil. This will fat bottles pears? What? I don't know why that's in there. What do I need for this? I need, lamp oil is literally just fat, blubber, and beeswax. So I might as well go fat. Blubber, which I don't believe we are creating at such a time because we haven't unlocked the final fishing line. And I do need to get myself some apiaries for the beeswax, but I'll need to probably figure out the best way of putting those together. Because I think I've got them. I've got nurseries. Animal husbandry, no. Plantation, no. Agriculture. Huh. Unless it's onto something else. Apiary. Yeah, we do have apiaries. Cause I'm trying to find ways of like fitting stuff into places. But this might be one of those ones where I've got to like set up its own little place for it. So I might actually need to end up building another town pretty close by. We do have a lot of our roads pretty well finished by this point. Quarry is deeper, so we've got lots of stone coming out. Only the one stone cutter, so we'll get some more people in there to help. Our population is aging. Not great. But the police house, the police station, we don't currently have any criminals. I'm wondering if it does anything else, though. Because it probably would be a good idea to have a fair few of these, or at least one per town. We'll get our coppers in. Struggling to find a spot for this one. We'll demolish that. Currently stocked up on water a fair bit, so I'm thinking maybe we remove some of those in favor of some housing, which is doing alright, but it's not offsetting it that way, and we absolutely need to do some work on our food. Because while we've got some salted fish, I'm wondering if there's a way that we can fish. So, smaller number, higher priority, we'll use the prioritized items first. So if we go like that, and we'll say maybe reserve 2,000. And then if we go into here and go salted fish, we'll put that at, say, a 1 and reserve 500. And then we'll go... meat chop will be up to priority 1, again 500. And this could be any meat, I believe. So things like, all this stuff can go into basically meat chop, I reckon. Salad. So unfortunately we're missing a lot of clothes now as well, so I really do hope that we do get some... We'll get a decent amount of laborers. So they'll get that one done. Yeah, unfortunately, so while, okay, here's the thing I'm running into. I'm running into a bit of an issue with distances traveled, because these guys, right, are usually working a fair way away, right? So like his house is all the way over here, but his workplace is all the way over the other side of town. It's a bit rough. So I'm trying to figure out whether or not the town layout is actually a good idea, whether or not we have a centralized town, or whether or not we have a lot of marketplaces spread throughout to provide good, like, so maybe a couple big ones and a few small ones, because we do have small marketplaces. We could just like provide little clusters of housing close to where people live, if that makes sense. So if we end up letting the series run out as much as it does, and then maybe trying again with another housing setup, just to see whether or not, because I mean the farming one makes sense, but if we can maybe have that close to where people live, and vice versa, like say maybe having a house next to a kiln or something like that. Yeah, farm's going to yield more crops come the next. That's going to have to be, I'm assuming, beans is what it was. Can't quite rightly remember. Beans is good. It's a staple food. We've got a decent amount of housing. That's all empty too. So next tech point, I reckon, will be the theatre, just to try and get that happiness up, to at least cut down on that stress and bring the happiness up to the next rank, the next mark. It doesn't help that all this is like far as ass away. So I'm thinking that maybe instead of having senior housing and interim housing pretty close by is a good idea, I feel. But having all these houses quite close together is probably not so great. Like you could probably like have, say, this block of 4, right? Could be a house, you know, maybe a smelter, and where is the? Maybe one of these. The fuel factory, just like a little block of 4, and make sure that house has the people that work in the building next door to it, so that they're not traveling so far from work to home to pick up things like tools and clothes. We might boot up our sandbox world again, or a new sandbox world, and try and do that. I think in our next episode. But the episodes are probably going to run that down to maybe once a week. I'll have to close that. So that's unfortunate. Is there a school in here? Can't tell. Ah, there it is. He doesn't have any clothes on. Oh yeah, not enough fuel. Because, yeah, some of this stuff is just taking too long. Especially given how many people I've got, like, it should take a little bit less time to get stuff to places. So, having the flax so far away from the mills as well is also not. But, you know what? We learn. More turkey. I think we've already got a turkey somewhere. Yep. Big one. Right up the back. Still not enough baskets, so the weavers need to be closer for sure. Light maker. Oh, I mean, they were old, so oil. We'll just make that vegetables because, you know, there we go, easy. So the crops were quite large. So I wonder what the deal was. Probably not important. But we do have, we had a decent amount of food. So, pie, veggie salad. Well, consumption still outweighs production. And these guys apparently don't have any raw materials. Made with vegetables, which is wild vegetables, onions, mushrooms, all that jazz. Cabbages. Let's maybe limit that to the stuff that we've actually got. Let's see if that makes a difference. Maybe even just direct some stuff straight towards it. So like this one, right, only does things made out of squash. This one only does it out of, say, onion, for instance. No, that's not fair, because it's not going to have anything to make anything with. There we go. And we got a decent amount of stuff like tied up in things, so I don't know. We'll need to figure it out, and I really gotta figure out how the logistics system in this game works, because it's just doing my head in. We got a lot of cabbage, a lot of squash. If I can get bread, we need bakeries, I think. So just some more food variety. So there's a mill there, there's a mill there, and a mill there. So maybe like a bakery in here somewhere, if we can. Bakery right there. Once we get a tech point, I want to get the theater first. Flour and sugar, or bread and jam, or butter and jam into bread. We don't have milk, so we'd have to go straight out to the bakery. Maybe. No, it doesn't look like it. Unless the bread shop can just make some like basic breads. Figure that out. Fertility rate has dropped down to 40%, so that's not great. In the meantime, 2 cabbage fields will need digging up and replanting. But I do want... Hey, look, the coal mine's done. I need a lantern so they can dig out more. There we go. I want that one done. Rare seeds were found. Cocoa! Hello! Is that one of the ones that goes in the plant thing? No, not in there. Goes in that one. We can make hot cocoa once we get the drinks researched. Alright, well, let me know what you think. Should we continue with this, or should we try and figure out... I mean, the next episode is a given. We will be working on our layout, I think. Yeah, for sure. We'll work on the layout in our next episode, which will be next week some point. Get it done. Because I think as long as it's got relatively decent access to all of these things, like, I mean, the range on that is pretty big. And while the range on that is not exactly the best, you can extend that so it's like a good... it comes out to about there, I think. We're going off this line here. It comes out to about there, so it does work quite well. Anyway, we'll see. But, does quite a good job. Alright. Once again, let me know what you think. So, I think that's where we're going to end this one for today. So you can see, like, the 861. That's 1,034. That's pretty decent. Some of them are doing a really good job. So it'll be interesting to see. Let's check the production graph on, say, squash. We went from yeah. Okay. Add the beans to that. Peas could be better. But yeah, we've had some moments where it's been going a little bit haywire. Not entirely certain that's telling me anything. I figure we're producing more food than we're making. Than we're consuming, rather. So that's something for sure. No, I don't really want any of that. That's fine. Tell you what I do need. I need clothes. What are our clothes boys doing? There we go, there they are. Working away. Let's make them a little bit more efficient, shall we? We've got some guys making rough clothes, we've got some guys making ponchos and the like. Some pretty warm stuff, some down jackets. Do we make luxury coats? No, we need silk for that. I haven't got backpacks, I don't really want to do costumes. Because they don't, yeah, improving the happiness brought by theatres, but not open for daily outfits. So those are the only two that we can make currently. What's our total pop? Is about 600. So our total reserves for that is, production is 800 on those. And then the total production on these ones is 800, so it's a thing. People are doing the work. Out of scarecrows. So going back down to 2s. We seem to be getting most of the food in on 2. So maybe we worry about having 3 people on at any given time when we actually need to. Doing well with the logs. That gives us 9 people to play with. So we'll get a few more people down in the mines. Exactly short on stone. They're doing a bang up job. Probably wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to get another, like, where is it? Masonry workshop, because I believe I've only got the one. No, I got 2. Where's the other one? Oh. What? No. Oh, it's up there. Well, let's put more people in it, because I definitely need it, and yeah, we're definitely losing out on that. Well, we've got new houses. Empty houses. Empty's probably not new, though. So I'm thinking maybe new houses refers to upgrades. So we'll start with this area and see if that works. If that brings it up. But that'll have to wait. Anyway, if you like what you saw, then please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you've come this far, then I thank you for watching. See you in the next video.